Welcome to Creamer Media's Resources Watch, a weekly video roundup of the events and people making and shaping the news in the mining industry. This week, Top Explorer advises SA to allow geologists from surrounding African countries to boost South Africa's exploration rebirth. Mining firms with higher ESG ratings outperform markets, and major joint effort needed to meet host community challenge. Exploration geologists from surrounding countries should be allowed into South Africa to boost exploration.
We certainly have the skills base, there's no question about that, in the private sector, in the council, at the universities, and these guys are training their protege, but we are losing a lot of these people. I would say every week, not every month or every year. I hear weekly of people leaving because there's just nothing for them to do here. Nobody's putting money into the country. It's not just the universities that are giving adequate training, it's also the in-house training schools. Very few people realize how much training they provide for their staff. And then, of course, the technology that we require to service the mining industry is there. We've had it all along. We built some of the world's biggest winders, cables, communications systems, etc., etc.
Mining companies with higher environmental, social, and governance ratings outperformed the broader market during the peak of the COVID-19 crisis, delivering 34% average total shareholder return over the past 3 years.
The graph illustrates the outperformance of companies that rated high in ESG, so the red top line, against the broader market. According to this index, those companies who have superior ESG ratings delivered a 34% average total shareholders return over the past 3 years, which was 10% higher than companies who didn't have a massive ESG focus.
A major joint effort is needed by big and small mining companies, government, labor, communities and traditional leaders, and municipalities to meet the host community challenge facing South Africa's mining industry.
Look, we have long recognized the host communities as our key stakeholders for the success of our operations. And we established a social licensing department. And the whole purpose is to have a view on the mines. Like what we say is we need a mining license, a water use license, and the environmental license to mine. And we also say that we need a social license. And our social license have got like 4 categories. One is we have to employ from local communities. So we need to do our best to get our workforce from local communities, to train them if we can't find, in a longer term, to train the people so that we get everybody from the local communities. And then we say we would like to procure from local communities, which is important. We would like to create our local contractors. And then thirdly, we look at implementation of our social and labor plans, which is critical, which is giving bursaries, giving internships to the people's kids from the community, and also looking at local economic development projects that will add value to the communities, and also enterprise development projects. So these are key pillars of dealing with the communities.
For mining news as it breaks, stay logged on to miningweekly.com and register for our free daily newsletter.